Welcome into Titan Game Day afternoon, as it were, here on A to Z Sports Digital Network. We are going to talk about the Titans and the Cowboys today. Josh Dobbs is officially set, well, not officially set, but reportedly set to make his first NFL career start. Malik Willis is going to be on the bench for this particular game, a game that is meaningless for the Titans' playoff aspirations, but does matter for the purposes of the Cowboys. We're going to talk about that. We'll go through keys to success. We'll do the whole normal spiel on a very not normal day. Before we get started, need you guys to share this show around on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, wherever you are spending time with us. We would be grateful to have you. If you're on Twitter, please retweet the show in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Facebook Live, like Nick Hennick, you can share not a public in the bottom left. If you're on YouTube like Jay Sean and so many others, you can like the video. You can subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to do the same, and we would be grateful for you that way. We have a lot to discuss and a lot to get into, given that the Titans' starting quarterback situation is different than we thought it might be not a few hours ago. In fact, I did not think about this until just now, but I'm going to send producer Reed a clip of me breaking the news on the radio show not 36 minutes ago. And we can talk about this together. Now that more of you are here, more of you will trickle in, and we'll go ahead and get this thing going. Welcome into A to Z Sports Prime Time, except it's not prime time. It's Titan Game Day morning. Got my hours mixed up. I'm your host, Buck Rising. I'm proud, as always, to be presented to you by Two Rivers Ford. Two Rivers Ford is the place that you go for quality American-made Ford vehicles. Two Rivers Ford in Mount Juliet or online at tworiversford.com. The Ashton Real Estate Group of RE/MAX Advantage, GaryAshton.com is where you go for your dream address without the stress. And Superbook Sports will get you in on all the action. Titans a 13-point home dog tonight. If you want to bet this game, you can bet it online at Superbook Sports. So let's talk about this. The Titans starting quarterback situation has changed. It will not be Malik Willis that starts tonight. It will be Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs, who got here 8 days ago, is now being thrust into the starting lineup, a game that has zero playoff implications for Tennessee, does have playoff implications for Dallas. They can still win the NFC East at this stage. Dobbs has 17 career passing attempts to his name. He's been in the league since 2018. So there, for whatever reason, there hasn't been opportunity for him. He hasn't obviously earned a starting job. He hasn't had an NFL career start prior to this, but will get his first NFL career start in the state that very much has an affinity for one Joshua Dobbs. So to kind of flesh this out a little bit, I'm going to tell you how I found out, or where I found when I started to hear that this might be the case, right after I remind you that the game day morning, but it's in the afternoon, Titan Game Day morning show is presented by Two Rivers Ford. Two Rivers Ford offers you quality American-made Ford vehicles, award-winning customer service, and a brand name and quality that you can trust for the last 40 years in Middle Tennessee. Two Rivers Ford will always go above and beyond to make sure you have fun during the car buying process and that you feel no pressure working with their non-commissioned sales staff. Two Rivers Ford in Mount Juliet or online at tworiversford.com. So today, last night, I started to get text about Josh Dobbs starting. And it wasn't like text from like a buddy or text from a Vols fan who wants to see Josh Dobbs start because they're whatever. These were people in the organization. I thought they were screwing with me, to be honest with you. I said, I laughed. I said, there's no way reasonably that they would put him out there unless Ryan Tannehill isn't going to be available in week 18 and Malik Willis is going to be needed to start that game. Now, we don't have an official transaction on Ryan Tannehill, but I do expect him to be placed on IR at some point in the near future. So keep an eye out for that as this news cycle continues to churn. But then during the live radio show today, I started to get more texts. I started to get a lot of texts from people, sources around the league and also within the Titans organization, sources that I've gotten in the world of college football. And like fast and furiously about Josh Dobbs is going to start tonight. About 10:45, about 45 minutes into the radio show when I got the news. So I put it out there and said, listen, I'm not reporting anything definitively yet, but it does feel like the Titans are going to start Josh Dobbs tonight. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means a great many things, because this team is in a situation where, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter for them that they win or lose tonight. Obviously, they're sitting 8 starters for sure who have already been ruled out. They're probably going to get up to about 11 starters who they'll end up sitting, and including Malik will now make 12. I think that the circumstance for the Titans is that it doesn't matter what the pedigree of the player is. The player needs to be out there that gives them the best chance to win a football game. Now, again, I think this does have something to do with Ryan Tannehill. Obviously, Ryan Tannehill is one of the 8 who's already been ruled out. He's not been given an official injury designation yet, although I do believe that that's coming. So as we talk about the Titans and how this thing comes about, I do think that they are, if Josh Dobbs plays better than Malik Willis, then I'm absolutely certain that they'll roll into week 18 in Jacksonville with Josh Dobbs as the starting quarterback. He'll have the opportunity to do so today. Now, he's working with 4 backup offensive linemen. Hell, he's working with backups to the backups at this point on the offensive line. He will be without Derrick Henry for certain. The defense is going to be without Christian Fulton, Danico Autry, Jeffrey Simmons, Bud Dupree. Like basically the entire starting defense is going to sit. But when it comes to the Titans and what this means for them, I do think that Dobbs is an interesting. Honestly, it's the most interesting thing about this game. I know what Malik looks like. I know Malik Willis is not a starting NFL quarterback. I know Malik Willis is not even a starting quarterback. He's not even a quarterback who is capable of starting games. He's not a backup quarterback yet. He's a very, very raw player who theoretically would have gotten more time to kind of learn and continue to develop, but that hasn't been the case, right? He's been thrust into fire. So he can't help his situation. They can't help his situation. So they're doing the thing that they think is the best move for tonight, which is putting Dobbs out there behind a terrible offensive line, an offensive line that was terrible when they were healthy. Now it's about what Josh Dobbs can do for them. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm legitimately curious because Jacob Ray says, "What's the point of watching this game?" I mean, really, I wouldn't. If I was you, I'm paid to be there. It's my job to go. So like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch this game. I'm gonna talk about this game. What you do with your time, whatever makes you happy. But I do think that Dobbs is interesting because if you are still invested in the idea of them trying to get into the playoffs, Dobbs may give you the best chance to win. We'll find out tonight. I have no idea. Valentino says, I don't understand the Willis slander. Well, then you don't understand what you're watching when you see him. You know what I'm saying? It's not slander, by the way. It's not slander. It's analysis. These are the facts. Malik Willis can't play in the NFL right now. It's not okay because they need him, but I'm not surprised. Like the idea that you guys take this as slander, it's not slander. It's not personal. It's not an attack. The film shows that Malik Willis is holding the football behind a bad offensive line, is uncomfortable with what he's seeing, isn't necessarily processing, although that's gotten a little bit better. The only way that it gets better, by the way, is with live reps. That's why I'm really surprised, even if it is for protecting him for the purposes of health, I really am surprised that they're sitting him because he just needs to play. He desperately needs to play. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Josh Dobbs is a better answer. Josh Dobbs does not have – Malik Willis has a larger sample size of work than Josh Dobbs does, having been in the league since 2018. So it's not like this whole thing is an indictment of Malik. Dobbs has not been a starting NFL quarterback. This is literally his first NFL start. Malik has 3 under his belt already. But what I know in watching 3 of Malik's starts and 8 games total that he's played in is that he's not an NFL quarterback yet. He may well become one. At this point, though, they need better options. This was us finding out about the Dobbs news. So, as we talk about quarterbacks and Derek Carr getting benched, Lamar, under protest, but not really under protest, whatever, and what that could mean for the Titans this offseason. I keep getting some really, really interesting texts about the Titans quarterback situation, not this offseason, but tonight. I'm starting to get the vibe that it may not be the Malik Willis show. And I don't know how people are going to react to that. But I think there's a very, very real chance at this point that Josh Dobbs could start, which is going to create an absolute cluster among Titans fans that at this point, where you're looking for development for your young quarterback and you're looking for valuable reps as you think he can have, man, that would be a stunning situation.
Because what would be the argument for sitting him? Like maybe to preserve his health for the Jaguars? You're worried that Micah Parsons in this pass rush might do damage and affect his week 18 availability? That's tough.
It's beyond tough. It's like, yes, his health is important. He's going to be on the roster longer than Josh Dobbs will, theoretically. But when I tell you that this is a conversation that's going on, that's been going on for a couple of days. I got a text about it yesterday. I thought it was a joke. So that's us finding out live about 10:45 this morning that Josh Dobbs was going to be the starting quarterback. A to Z Sports Titan Game Day Morning is made possible by the Ashton Real Estate Group of RE/MAX Advantage. GaryAshton.com is where you go for your dream address without the stress. They'll put you in a position to succeed. GaryAshton.com is the official real estate agent of the Nashville Predators and of A to Z Sports Prime Time. So get the best intel from the team that your favorite teams trust. GaryAshton.com. Is this a sign that Willis will be cut after the season? No, I don't think so. But, obviously they're aware of his limitations. Auburn Titans fan says, I don't understand why is it a benching or a resting? Will he even dress tonight? I would expect him to dress at this point. I don't think, again, I said this earlier, you may not have heard it. I don't think it's a benching. I fully expect Ryan Tannehill to go on injured reserve. I don't know if that's going to happen today when they do practice squad call-ups because they haven't done that yet. I don't know if that's going to be, before the Jags game. I am getting rumblings from people that they are going to shut down Ryan Tannehill, which of course would be the worst for this team's playoff hopes. Now, if Ryan Tannehill goes on IR, theoretically you'd want to keep Malik Willis healthy. I still think that he should play, but, we won't know until we talk to Mike Vrabel later tonight. So I can't answer that for you until I speak to the head coach, which will be later this evening. All right, let's do a best bet. It's presented by Superbook Sports. Get in on all the action at superbook.com. They'll match your first bet up to $1,000, win or lose. Superbook is the best place for you to go to wager on the NFL, the NBA, college basketball, bowl mania going on right now. Superbook has you covered. So download the Superbook Sports app. Go to superbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem, call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. The best bet, Cowboys minus 13. They are a 13-point road favorite. The Titans are down tremendous. The Titans are going to be without a significant amount of their starters. The Titans are in a bad spot. They are probably going to lose by more than 2 scores tonight. I would bet the Cowboys. Minus 13. I can't bet NFL games. I wish that I could because this feels like a layup. I think that the Titans have no shot in this whatsoever. And, the most interesting thing that we can learn is about the players who we really haven't gotten to see a ton from yet in a competitive kind of atmosphere. But yeah, go ahead and give me the Titans or go ahead and give me the Cowboys minus 13. That would be my best bet. Can't speak for you guys at this point. All right. There's only a couple hours before I got to go to that stadium and figure out what the hell is going to happen. I'm going to be on Titans radio from 5 to 6 with Brent Doherty and Kayla Anderson. And then again, 15 minutes before kickoff with Jimmy Wyatt and Rep Brian. So we'll keep you updated as things come available. But in the meantime, I'm going to go think about what I did wrong in life to have to cover a game like this and maybe take a nap before I get ready to go. Have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you. When will we see you? I guess we'll see you Monday. Monday is the next time we're going to do a primetime show. So have a great new year, because I won't talk to you before then. And in the meantime, prayers up.